that's the back end and how everything's gonna be done. But what will a user see on the day to day? The user will see something like this, and the user will see this interface where it makes it easy to create agents. And so there's a section for agents to be created, and then there's chats. What I really think that and this has just come out, by the way, I haven't been able to utilize it that much because one, I'm not a full enterprise, so I don't have as much data and things going on, and it's hard to simulate all that. And then I think you have to create agents within here, within your backend, for you to get full use out of creating agentic workflows. Because one thing that they talk about in detail is agentic orchestration and agent to agent protocol, or A2A. And basically, it's a way for agents to communicate with other agents and then hand off tasks, which isn't too crazy. Like, it's been around for some time. But to do it at scale and the way that they did it in their demo, I thought was great. So this is what mine looks like. If you created a new agent, I can't right now. Unfortunately, Google, hello, you're giving me rate limits right before the episode. That's disappointing. I only created 5 agents, and the ones I did create were pretty bad. So I was trying again, and it would have been nice to have higher rate limits. So I created 2 agents, and then I didn't even save them. I think they're still drafts. And then I was trying to create 3 more just to test things out. Although it didn't turn out very well. So I think that there's just a lack of context when it comes to creating the agents, because I just don't have that much information on my Google Drive. A lot of my stuff's in the code base. This isn't what this topic of the episode is, not about my code base because it's private. Okay. So one thing I did think was really cool before I get into the demo of what they showed within Google Cloud Next is you can ask it about your workspace, which you can't do natively with Google Gemini because it doesn't know everything. And if you're on a company plan, it doesn't allow you to access that. Okay, so it has all this stuff. It's like, okay, well, you've got some things from Uplift Desk. You've got some stuff from Typefully. Typefully is a great company. I went to the Intratech NYC or Intratech NY. Went to that event. That was a great event. Appreciate that. Intratech NY a couple weeks ago. So shout out to them. But then it talks through, hey, I see in your chat that you've got AI news, you've got this stuff going on, consistently publishing stuff within your Google chat, which is true. I do have that going on, which is nice. I like to read them all the time because it comes in every morning and I just plop through, read the weather, read any news about insurance or AI. And so it's quite nice. And then the next thing I suggested was a travel agent. It says, I'm going to a wedding. It says, see, you're planning a trip as integrated by the train tickets for a wedding in Spain. Look at you, Mr. Creeper AI, huh? And then it also said that a podcast production agent, I found an email thread discussing the rescheduling of a recording and a press kit for a podcast episode. We could create a podcast production agent. And I was like, oh, tell me more about the podcast agent. And then it gave me all these examples. And I was going to create 2 of them and just test them out before the show. And then that's when I got hit with the rate limit. And I was like, oh, I guess I got to pivot once again because I was going to do something else before that. And it was just taking too long. I was going to create a agent for YouTube to read through my videos and provide marketing advice to see how I can make my videos perform better on YouTube, which I thought would have been interesting, but it was taking too long and it wasn't special because it was already a pre-built agent within the agent platform. And regardless,